Against the form of no giddy where you are battle.
Homie, it be cool level. We no need no our balance box. Charlie with the here, Charlie men we are.
Safety on the mic, yo. Yeah, it's another day for election to take place. My brother, we have a important decision to be made. I wanna tell you because we need the peace election. My brother, we need to be nice, but not to fight. We don't want our country to be in crisis. All is peace, all is harmony, all is unite. God is our side. We know we can do it right. This is safety. I have a key to be revised. I have a key to be revised. Safety. I have a key to be revised. Rap to the dish level. T9. Let's go.
Asumdwem Africa, ya seti the pace. There be a tina asumdwema, unya yenya case. When you see Libya, me chere Gaddafi days.
Against the form of no giddy where you are battle.
Homie, it be cool level. We no need no our balance box. Charlie with the here, Charlie men we are.
Safety on the mic, yo. Yeah, it's another day for election to take place. My brother, we have a important decision to be made. I wanna tell you because we need the peace election. My brother, we need to be nice, but not to fight. We don't want our country to be in crisis. All is peace, all is harmony, all is unite. God is our side. We know we can do it right. This is safety. I have a key to be revised. I have a key to be revised. Safety. I have a key to be revised. Rap to the dish level. T9. Let's go.
Asumdwem Africa, ya seti the pace. There be a tina asumdwema, unya yenya case. When you see Libya, me chere Gaddafi days. T9 on the mic, my beautiful new page. Election se usa, woman to aba. When the 18th, yeah, baby nada.
No, I'm that's what I'm the municipal electoral. More the head of department for electoral commission. You know, when you say election is basically a contest among political parties or individuals. And when you say election is peaceful, basically we conduct election in an attempt to get a winner or declare a winner. And when the election is peaceful, it means that at the end of the exercise, both the winner and the loser will appreciate that the results reflect the true reflection of the system that was put in place by electoral commission.
After knowing the peaceful election, we want to know who should ensure peaceful election.
Basically, ensuring peaceful election is the responsibility of everybody. You know, in terms of election, we have what we call stakeholders. And basically, the major stakeholders have always been the political parties. But we have other stakeholders like the electorate, the media, the government. Then when you come to the point of ensuring peaceful election, you want everybody, all the stakeholders, and even those outside this stakeholder analysis to all ensure. In short, every Ghanaian must ensure that election that is being conducted is peaceful.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, if I may ask, how should or how do we ensure peaceful election in Ghana? And in other words, I want to ask, this year, are we going to have peaceful election in Ghana?
Let me take your question from the second portion of it. You know, right from 1992, we can assure Ghanaians that we have been having peaceful elections. But then, in attempt to ensure peaceful election, like I've stated already, lies basically on everybody. It is not only the responsibility of election management body being the electoral commission, but then we really realize that per the 1992 constitution, the electoral commission has been mandated to conduct and supervise election. So when it gets to the period of election, everybody thinks that it is the EC that should make sure that the election is fair. It is agreed that an unfair electoral system can also bring violence. It means the EC as a body has a role to play, and we have to make sure that the system, the structure that we put in place are fair to all the stakeholders, especially the political parties. But then the other stakeholders like political parties, the electorate, also have a role to play in ensuring peaceful elections. For instance, when they come to the political parties, there is a need for them to educate their rank and file very well about the systems that is being used. The electorate must also know that there are do's and don'ts. When you vote, you have to leave the polling station. You only come back when we are counting. So I believe that if you all agree to abide by the rules and regulations set up by the Electoral Commission, there will be a peaceful election in the country. But as to whether there will be a peaceful election this year, I can assure you that there is going to be a peaceful election as we have experienced in the previous years.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your time and everything. May God bless you. Okay. So we will start to introduce ourselves to you. How about the mic?
Yeah, I'm Roland Babalambo. I'm the Municipal Director of the system. I took over from my predecessor about 2 years ago. I was at Doma East before I came to this office. So I've been here for about 2 years now.
Alright, sir. Please, what peaceful election?
Yeah, when we say an election is peaceful, it means the outcome of that election is devoid of violence. You understand? It means there isn't disagreement, serious disagreement among the political parties who go into the contest. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. When an outcome of election is devoid of serious disagreement among the political parties who went into the contest. It means that the conduct of the election generally was free and fair, you understand? But before an election can be peaceful, then it should first of all be free and fair. If it is free and fair, then it will bring about a peaceful environment surrounding the election. You understand? Because if the conduct it is not hijacked by one political party or those in charge of the election or those in charge of the country's administration, together with the electoral commission, provide a level playing ground for all those in the contest. You understand? If there's a level playing ground for all the political parties, then it means that they will be satisfied with the outcome. And if the outcome is satisfied by all, then it will ensure peaceful nature of the election.
Please, we want to know who should ensure peaceful election.
Yeah, out of peaceful, for election to be peaceful, there are so many players in the political arena who must contribute their quota. You understand? First of all, the political parties, they must be seen to be, what do you call it? They must seem to be addressing issues, not engaging in insults. You understand? If they are engaged in insult, then it means that there will be give and take, and when the give and take goes on, then it has the potential to degenerate into conflict. You understand? So that is what political parties are supposed to indulge. They are supposed to indulge in issues. If I come, this is what I can do for SSS. If I come, this is what I can do for tertiary education. If I'm voted into office, this is what I will do for farmers. If I'm voted into office, this is what I will do for the entire general population. You understand? We will expect the political parties to engage themselves into these issues that I've mentioned. You understand? Then apart from because I'm looking at the various stakeholders. This is what the political parties must do. They should not engage themselves into issues that are not relevant. And if you look at the political party themselves must also refrain themselves from suspicion and mistrust. You understand? When there's suspicion and mistrust within their ranks, then every little thing that the opponent does, it can also spark into violence. Supposing I place my posters on a wall, and I go to see that it has been defaced. You understand? If it is defaced or teared off, since I have that suspicion that this is my opponent, he is likely to do that. Yeah, the suspicion can also degenerate into conflict, because if Party A is someone who are seen to be a very strong competitor in our political terrain, we know major political parties who are always changing the baton. You understand? So if one goes to see his poster, we automatically say it is the other. So this is the mistrust and the suspicion that I was talking about. If there's that mistrust and suspicion, it also has the potential to bring about conflict. You understand? Then if you look at the civil society, when you talk of civil society, there are institutions that are not governmental. The churches, the NGOs, and the like. They are not governmental. That's what they are called civil society. They are also supposed to play their role. If they play their role very well, by their role I mean they should be ready to call the political parties into order. You understand? Since they are not governmental, they don't belong to any political party, they don't belong to any institution. They will be bold enough and they will be courageous enough to call the parties into order. If, let's say, the two of them are fighting and they come in. Since I've already mentioned that churches are civil society, you know, Ghanaians will revere our religious leaders. By religious leader, I mean both the Muslims and the Christians and whatever. If we are doing something, they come in. We'll be prepared to, cease fire. So we also would like to employ our civil society organizations to come in to call our political leaders to order when they are going beyond bounds. So this is what they can contribute to ensure free and fair or peaceful elections in our country. You understand? They should be bold enough to say Party A or Party B, what you are doing is wrong. You understand? They shouldn't try to be partial. They shouldn't try to be partial. They should be impartial. Whoever crosses the line, they should be bold enough to say, oh, this one, you have crossed the line. You should have been this, you should have been that. You understand? Then when we come to the political party themselves, they should also be prepared to call their members into order. Sometimes their members falter, but because they feel they are their members, they do not reprimand them. So if members of political parties can be bold enough to say, oh, this is our member, what you said against your opponent is wrong. If they try to name and shame people who will be will go contrary to the electoral laws, despite no matter what, if they are their members, they should be ready to reprimand them. If they do that, then they'll be setting the pace for people within their ranks to make sure that they adhere to the electoral laws and they don't go outside the code of conduct of political parties. You know, the political parties have signed a code of conduct. That code of conduct means that this is how we should behave. We should not do this, we should not do that. You understand? So if their members go contrary to the code of conduct, they should be prepared, they should be bold enough to call them to order. If they do that, then it means that, hey, they themselves will say, hey, what I did, my party did not shield me, but they came out boldly to condemn me. You understand? So that if they see that the leaders of their parties are condemning them, then they know that no one is there to be protected. And by so doing, our election will be peaceful, because if you do something wrong and your father comes around to say that, oh, my son, what you did was wrong. Then you know that in future, if you do the same thing, your father will not be prepared to shield you. So by so doing, you see that our elections or the conduct or our electioneering campaign in the run-up to the election will be peaceful and even beyond the elections. You understand? There is another way that can also bring about a peaceful election. You see, sometimes after elections, winners try to over-jubilate, and by so doing, they try to tease the losers. So we would like to tell our political parties that they should jubilate in moderation. They shouldn't jubilate to tease their opponent. If they do that, no. And when they tease you, sometimes you also try to. So these are some of the things that can bring about violence in our country in the run-up to the election. If we all adhere to all what I've mentioned, then the media also play a very critical role. You see, we have come to a point in our history that whatever the media say, we will try to swallow it as if it is the gospel's truth. But it's not all what the media say is right. It's not always that they say the right thing. Sometimes they also falter. So I also appeal to managers of media organizations to be circumspect in their reportage. You understand? They should be very careful. Maybe the word circumspect is, it simply means they should be careful in their reportage. They should make sure that they research and get the right information. They should not write to inflame passions.
According to the Brong Ahafo Regional Police Commander, DCOP Ayalingo,
to ensure peaceful election requires that the people become vigilant and avoid double registration and double voting.
Hello, my name is Taban Mester and I'm from Belgium. I have been asked how to ensure peaceful elections. Well, I think an independent free media is the key to peaceful elections all around the world. If every citizen can freely check the TV, radio, or most importantly the internet to follow the campaign and the voting, then nobody has the legitimacy to declare the elections as false or, yeah. Like that.
I'm going to have a challenge form. If an electorate or a potential voter comes around to register, and then there's a question mark on that person, whether the person is non-Ghanaian or the person is below 18, and then you want to challenge the status of that person, there's a form for you to fill. After filling that form, there will be a committee that will call those parties, who is the one challenging the potential voter. Then they will sit on the committee. Then you will produce evidence to prove that that person is not a Ghanaian or is below 18. So you don't need to go and attack that person or instruct the electoral officer to stop registering that person. You have to allow that process to go on. Then they will attach a copy of the challenge form to his registration form. Then they will give it to the electoral committee to sit on it.
Can we know if there will be security personnel at the polling station?
Yes, of course. Even if it's your bedroom, you need a policeman or you need a security at home. Our constitution provides that the security service should give equal security to everybody. So whether it's an election or it's an ordinary day, your house, you need a security. Most polling stations have some challenges. So we need a security person to be present to maintain peace and order at that police station. And then it's advisable for them not to hold any weapon. If the situation gets worse, he can invite he can call for reinforcement to be present. So we need this service or the army or fire service. We need the security personnel present at every police station.
On the radio stations, at times we hear some of the leaders arguing on some issue. Others think that maybe whilst they are arguing, it means they are not very good. So what will we do to ensure those who are always listening that maybe it's not because of maybe fight, that's why they are arguing on that, but there is peace between those arguing, so we should also ensure peace between us. In what way can that be achieved?
Thank you very much. If you look at the motto of the NDC and then the MP, these two major political parties, they all talk about peace and then development. When it comes to it, it's about stability. Stability means peace. And then MPP is freedom in development. So we won't want peace and then development. But on a political platform or a radio station, we do argue. But when after that we all work together, sometimes we go and then eat together. But it's time that these parts, or especially the executives, need to show to the general public that we are one. We are not there to fight. We are all arguing on a development, how it should go. So it depends on the electors as well to understand the political system. We have been in this Fourth Republic for almost 18 years now. So it's time both the political parties and then the NCC as well needs to advocate the general public that political debate and then political arguments should not generate into fights. But sometimes there are some undertones, some differences between some groups, especially tribal, that comes into politics. And then I would say that causes political violence more than political differences. There may be some argument within the same political parties, let's say NDC. Two family members will be in their party, but they will be fighting among themselves. That means they are not fighting based on the political difference. They are fighting on maybe a family issue or a tribal issue. So it's not only political parties that seek people to.
Trade registration. Can it help in achieving our aim of peaceful election?
Never. Only biometric will not solve achieving peaceful election or fair election. It's only helping in
Alfred. It's on the card. Alfred Floriani. Anya is AWNYE. I come from Wachi. There's a village at Wachi called Afrobi. So if you want the proper thing, Afrobi dash Wachi. Afrobi Wachi. Afrobi is AKROBI. That is the hometown of Buzi. Your former headmistress is my sister. I'm the original secretary. election is an election that has been done without any chaos. Any chaos. No conflict. That is it. In my estimation, that is how I would establish the election. Because if election is not peaceful, there might be fights after the elections, or people may object to the results. So if after the elections nothing happens and everybody understands, all the parties that got involved in the electioneering process understand that the results is free and fair, then there wouldn't be any chaos after it. You understand? And there wouldn't be any conflict or violence. Chaos stands for violence. Yeah.
Also, can you tell us some ways of ensuring peaceful
ways
of ensuring peaceful elections in the upcoming
let me first tell you the people who should make sure that elections are free and fair. First, write those. Number 1 is the Electoral Commission. Number 2, political parties. Then number 3, civil society. When you talk of civil society, you're talking about churches, NGOs, people who, they are all stakeholders. So you can say these are the stakeholders of elections. Chiefs are inclusive. Chiefs. And then the government of the day. So number 4 is chiefs. Number 5 is government of the day. Here I want to separate government of the day from the political parties, right? So these are the stakeholders. Number 1, the Electoral Commission must make sure that the election processes are carried out effectively, free and fair manner. That is the job of the Electoral Commission. And how do they do that?
Yes. For the election, that's what's up. What up, safety? That's seconds, T9. Yeah, I see y'all. Currency on the mic, y'all. Keep fooling it. Money bees on the mic, y'all. Keep fooling it. Yes, we ain't need no fight in election. Peace should be kept. Charlie, no lie.
Against the form of no giddy way ya battle.
Homie, it be cool level. We don't need no yawa ballot box. Charlie, we dey here. Charlie, man, we are.
This is just a peace song to educate the youth. But I can tell the truth. Politics are more be like